Hello again, everybody out there in Cage Rage podcast land. I'm here with none other than and I'm Dadillac, and this is the Let's try that one more time, because I think you can do it better than that. Because I can tell, I'm going to tell you this right now. Not only is Matt Hughes going down, but this whole brain injury is going down. Am I right?
Yes.
5 on that one. Oh, get Lefty up there after having work done on it today. A big procedure. Had to go under. Let's start over. Click. Here we go again. Hello again, everybody. I'm Dadillac.
I am Soda.
And this is Cage Rage presents the Very nice. We're pretty stoked to be here today. And guess what we're talking about? We're going to talk about how Soda and I are going to have a conversation. So one of the things that his speech therapists have been working on, Cheryl, yeah, and she's great, right?
Yeah.
Cheryl's number one. We love Cheryl. Cheryl and Soda have been talking about how to carry on a conversation. Because one of the things that happens when you have a brain injury and people can't quite understand everything you say, or for any kind of speech impediment that you might have, you will go to phrases, and you'll do that because you want to make sure that people understand what you're saying, and you don't want to be frustrated by them always saying, huh, what, what'd you say, what's that, huh, is that pretty much right?
Yeah.
It's not right. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna move you. Power right to the moon. Anyways, so Soda and I are going to have a conversation about what's going on this weekend. So here we go. And go. Hi, Soda. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I really like the way you finished all of your words there so I can understand them easily. Let me ask you something. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going over to my grandma and
So tell the camera now, I'm going to my grandma and grandpa's for a sleepover.
I'm going over to my grandma and Papa for a sleepover.
You know what else I noticed you just did that was really awesome? You didn't shake your hand like this. You put your hand on the chair so you knew you could look at the camera and have that full effect. That was excellent. That was excellent. Your podcast is doing super well. And we're super happy about that, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay, but you know what we're even more happy about? We are even more happy about just how well you're doing with all of the stem cell treatment stuff that you're getting and how different things are. So do you want to tell the camera, for example, I'll tell you what, let's do it in a conversation. I'm going to ask you what happened to what you did this morning, and you tell me what you did this morning. But when you tell me, you're going to make contact with the green light instead of with me, okay? Okay. Hey, Soda.
What?
Did anything interesting happen to you this morning? With your hand. Okay.
I had Botox.
You had Botox?
Yeah.
Where did you have Botox at?
In my
In your left arm?
Yeah.
Wow. And can you, well, you're going to show me where, Yeah, there's just a little tiny specks of bruising. Does it hurt?
No.
Doesn't hurt at all, huh?
No.
That's one tough kid, folks. You can look at the Cage Ridge podcast on Facebook, and you can see where we posted the pictures of him going under, and then of course they make us leave, which is the most horrible time of your life when you have to leave your child right after he's gone under, and we're absolute nervous wrecks, and we've done this. How many times have we done this now? A lot, huh? Yeah, a lot, and we're still not over it. So,
Dad,
yeah.
what did you do?
Well, we have to leave because
So room.
so Dr. Carpenter can have room. That's correct. We got to get out of the way and let them do their job, don't we?
Yes.
So, staying with the topic, what do you think you'll do this weekend with your grandma and grandpa at your sleepover? Can you tell me? Hold on, I've got I've got a frog in my throat.
I have a in my word.
We get frogs in our throat because when you go to the hospital. Oh, go ahead.
I should be. We did have a
The hospital air kind of gives you a frog in your throat, and since we are in hospitals a lot, we get a lot of frogs in our throat. Don't we? Yep, absolutely for you, but of course. And you know what? We'll keep going until you're completely healed from this 100%, won't we?
in that
Everywhere in Columbia, in Indianapolis at Peyton Manning St. Vincent Children's Hospital, at
that Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Can you do your Peyton Manning impression for him? Oh, I'm Peyton Manning.
I'm Benjamin. And I wonder where my little apartment to the at the physical hospital.
Okay, so let me get there. Okay, now we're back on track. You kind of tend to kick around and move a lot. You kind of fidgety and you kind of move around here.
I am a maybe.
Yeah, like in mommy's belly, you were flipping around all the time. You were a flipster in there too. Okay, so let's get back on track here because we've been 8 minutes already. Can you believe how time fast goes?
I did not.
How fast time goes? I said that backwards.
Yeah. Yes.
So, when you get to your grandma's, let's get back to our conversation. So, when you get to your grandma's and grandpa's this weekend, what do you think you're going to do? What do you think you'll do at grandma and grandpa's? And now, instead of telling me though, we're going to tell the camera so you're having a conversation with me and the camera. So have a conversation with the world. Tell them what you're going to do this weekend.
Eat.
You're going to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you going to go eat at?
That stew.
Okay, let's look right
That
there.
I know what to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
That stew. That scoop.
Yes, that's perfect. That was awesome, man. Okay, so what he just did there was he first said the soup, the skew, the shoe. And then he went, and he held it, and he felt for it, and he said the scoop. You want to say scoop one more time?
Yeah.
Look the camera right in the green light, and say scoop.
I'm going to the scoop.
Boy, that is amazing.
I'm going to the scoop.
Awesome. Way to go. Okay, so you're going to go to the scoop, huh? Huh. Now, we're having a conversation, so you need to ask me something too. So, what do you want to ask me? Like, what am I going to do?
What are you going to do? tonight?
What am I going to do tonight? Well, since Mommy and I are old fogies, generally, if you're not here, we just go to bed because we don't know what to do with ourselves. But tonight, we're going to go see a movie at the IMAX because we're going to celebrate how well everything went today and how great your arm is looking and how awesome you're doing with your stem cell treatment.
I know what to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you know what to do. I know that. Sorry. Okay, so let's get that out there. Yeah, let's see it. That looks fancy. Man, I like the whole shirt there. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to go to the movies. Now, do you think you'll wake up in the morning early or late at Grandma and Grandpa's tomorrow?
Oh,
Early? Why?
because I do everything the morning.
Because you do every single morning? Can you tell them that?
Because I do it every single morning.
Very nice. And what time do you wake up in the morning? Because we've been working on time a lot, right? And time's starting to become...
I must know school.
At your new school, yeah. We really like your new school a lot. So
I don't wait that I do work.
Yeah, you leave the classroom and you have all kinds of different things that you do. And it's really...
I start with...
You what?
Oh,
you stretch? Yeah, because you have to do that sometimes. You got to get out of your chair.
Yes.
Stretch it. Get everything. Right?
That.
Yeah.
I know my teacher.
Okay. Let's tell them, because now remember, we're having a conversation, right? So instead of saying, I know my teacher's name, what if you said, hey, Daddy, do you know my teacher's name? How about if you said that, said, don't worry about that. It's just somebody calling. We'll get back to them. That happens constantly.
Hey, Daddy.
Yeah, son.
Do you know my teacher? Do you know my teacher's name?
My tita?
My teacher.
Church.
My teacher's name.
No, I don't. What is your teacher's name?
Mr. Stringfellow.
Mr. Stringfellow?
Yeah.
Well, that's a strange name. Is he cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Mr. Stringfellow. Dr. Stringfellow.
Okay, so I know what you said. Hold on. I know what you said. But let's look right in the camera and let's tell them because it's pretty funny. And you do it as a joke. So, okay, let's look right in the camera and tell them exactly what you just told me again, but every word pronounced. Ready?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
My teacher.
I got my teacher.
Teacher. Miss Dr. Stringfellow.
So sometimes he calls him Dr. Stringfellow instead of Mr. Stringfellow, which Mr. Stringfellow apparently finds pretty funny.
He
says, go ahead and call me that if you want, doesn't
he?
Yeah. So I've got another thing I think we need to talk about. So let's forget about the conversation for a minute. Let's have a conversation with them. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's move on up, because I think we've got something pretty serious we need to have a conversation about. We've got to wrap this up. So we understand. Let me see how I get you on the camera. There. Good. So we understand that somebody is in Colombia practicing right now. Who might that be?
I know.
Who?
Mada.
So Matt Hughes is in Colombia practicing right now. You know why?
Why?
Ask me, say, why, Dad?
Why that?
Because I think after he saw your last video of us climbing the stairs, of you climbing the stairs,
We know.
with the no hands one for sure, but the 125 steps in Medellin, Colombia, remember that part?
Yes.
I think after he saw that, he was like, I think he got intimidated. Now, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the champ, but I am telling him this. We take this stuff seriously.
Yes.
You know, tell him I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
And tell him, with all due respect.
I do respect.
Yep, because you have to have a lot of respect for a guy who has gone through what he's gone through and has come back from what he's come back from. Do you know what they told him?
What?
They told him the exact same thing they told us, or they told his family that. They didn't tell him, they told his family that this is what you're going to get and this is it. And we didn't believe it, and neither did he. And we buckled in and got into therapy. And 9 years later, look at you now, huh?
Yes.
Now, dude, let's take just a minute and let's talk about where you're at with your stem cell therapy, because I think that's important too. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so with your stem cell therapy, can you tell me, do you notice any differences?
Yes.
What difference do you think what do you think the biggest difference in your stem cell therapy is? Your arm? You think that's probably your biggest difference?
And my
And your hip? Yeah. And it's getting
my information.
your information? No, your inflammation. Right. Yes. Yes. So you don't have a lot of the aches and pains you used to have, huh?
No.
Now, that's not to say that it's perfect, right? We've still got a long ways to go.
Yes.
And it's going to take a lot of treatments yet. But we've made more progress in the last 6 months than we've made in the last 6 years. And that's big.
Yes.
And we're very grateful for that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I think we better wrap this one up, but we've gone long, as we always do. Go figure. Huh? So, do you have anything you want to say to these guys before we sign off?
Bye.
Oh, hey, how about this one?
Hello.
No. Okay, let's breathe. Okay, now, ready? Metal up.
I what you whoa.
Nice. I love rock and roll. And they played that for him. If you go to our page. Yep, they put the mask on him right here with this kind of a smelly gas called propanol or something. I think it's propanol. There's several varieties of it, but they put the mask on him, and we stay there with him, and right until he falls asleep. And when you fall asleep, you do a little twitch and dance, don't you? You do your twitch dance. The first time we saw that, we pooped our pants. It was bad. We were extremely scared. And they said, this is no big deal. This is all part of it. He's fine. Everything's cool. And we were like, no, he's not cool. And we have finally gotten used to that a little bit. But then today he does a completely different jig than normal. You know why?
What?
Because you were listening to I Love Rock and Roll when they put you under. Go figure, huh?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so let's sign off out there in K-Drake podcast world. And We need to tell everybody, don't forget to share this and subscribe, right?
I think
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay. Hold on, let me get you in place. Ready?
don't forget to share
And
and subscribe.
And the reason it helps when you share and subscribe is that it gets the word out to other people so that they can understand that stem cells are out there, not just for us, but for everyone. And there are people all over the world who need this. There are a lot of kids who have brain injuries and who have autism, and there are people who have ALS and MS and so many different issues, hips, knees, shoulders. We're going to be talking to Mark Coleman pretty soon, the very first UFC heavyweight champion, and he's had to have his hips redone. So he's trying to get things together to be able to go down there. So there's a whole lot going on, and there's so many things that stem cells can help you with, and we want to make sure that we get that message out there to everyone.
Yes.
Here's living proof. Do stem cells work?
Yes.
Give me 5. And let's say, peace out.
Peace.
Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. We got to do our
Namaste.
You gotta get your hands up. You gotta get them all the way up. Ready? Here, let me help you a little bit with this one, okay? Now, get your right hand on it. This.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you again next time.